Hello, it is Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Tuesday crossword today, so we're going to be solving what should be a reasonably approachable themed crossword, but I'm going to make it less approachable for myself by using only the across clues in this solve. I'm going to attempt to do that anyway. We'll see how that treats me. And that's what happens every Tuesday. Either the acrosses or the downs. It's the acrosses this week, and sometimes it's more doable than other times. We'll find out. And today's hopefully reasonably solvable edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by it's been brought by Mike from Vermont, Casey Brandt, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. It is their generous support that, of course, keeps this channel going and inspires me to solve puzzles in this strange way as I do each Tuesday. Thank you so much to them and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do that, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors, like those I've just mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug as well. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. And now let's get on to today's crossword, a debut construction by Jonathan Raxon, who I almost cited as one of the people bringing us today's edition of the Daily Solve, which is still true, because he's constructed this very puzzle. It's a Tuesday crossword. I'm going to try and solve it using the cross clues. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Small bouquets, posies. You could call small bouquet of flowers. In that case, then or thus. Probably then, but I don't know. It could be thus. Cleopatra's killer, she was famously killed by an asp. Is that actually true, or is that just in Shakespeare? I don't remember. One of a record 30 plus for Beyonce. Top hit, maybe? I don't know. The downs look feasible with that. Let's leave it for now. Short piano piece. A sonatina, maybe? My first thought was an etude, but that doesn't really, it doesn't fit, obviously, but sonatina specifically suggests, shortness because it's a diminutive form of sonata. So I think that's more likely to be the case. But we'll come back to it if we have to. Improvises ad-libs. That does not look good, I have to admit. Yeah. But I don't know if it's the ad-libs bit or the top hit bit. Top hit. Is that actually a phrase you'd use in this way? One of a record 30 plus for Beyonce. I assume it means number ones or something like that, but obviously that's too long, so I'm not sure. I don't know which of those to keep, so I'll have to come back to it. One who's hanging around. Oh, I don't know. It begins with alpha and ends with Zulu. That's the NATO alphabet. Good. Okay, that fits. Video. Sorry, I glanced over at the video preview and it looks like it stopped recording for a moment, but it looks like it's back now. So I'll try and keep an eye on that, annoyingly, but it seems like it's okay for the time being. So, all right. The Falcons on scoreboards. I think the Falcons are Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons. Is that right? I think it is. Follower of T. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, maybe? I'm not sure. That looks like it works. Figure depicted in Michelangelo's Pietà. Mary. In that sort of, not just Michelangelo's Pietà, but that sort of, what would you call that? That kind of idiom or trope of sculpture. Hellenistic storytelling. Greek. Hellenistic is the Greek world. Ancient Greek world. Greek mythology. Okay. I hope these are right because it's very, well, actually, wait. Maybe this is wrong because these don't look good in the downs. Hellenistic storytelling. Greek mythology. It could be something. Oh, well, no, this looks good because 11 down could be airbag. One who's hanging around. I don't know what that is. What's 16 down? I don't know. 12 down could be sneery, like a sneery sort of person. 13 down could be party, one who's hanging around. And ending in ER is pretty reasonable. 8 down could be maybe howl. Let's look at then or thus again. That looks a bit odd. 9 down doesn't look great in either case. I don't know. I mean, 10 down could be sash if this were the case, or nash if this were. Don't know. 7 down doesn't look great either. Maybe it's ergo, actually. That doesn't look good either. 10 down could be oath. 9 down looks strange, though. NATO alphabet must be right at this point. Yeah, Alpha and Zulu. Those are the beginning and the end of the NATO alphabet. Okay. Okay. I think this must be, well, no, maybe Greek mythology is wrong. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not sure about all of this. I have lots of things where I'm not confident. We'll just have to keep going. Parade spoiler. Oh, rain. Don't rain on my parade. East Coast convenience store chain with a reduplicative name. Oh, I do know this. Wawa. Yeah, I know people love Wawa. I don't have enough direct experience with Wawa to know why, but I know of it. Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. Something with Uber? I'm not sure. No, delivery drivers. Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. A ghost kitchen or something? 21 down looks like maybe Agra. 22 down could be a few different things. 23 down doesn't look great at all. Maybe Lay's, plural of just like a flower garland. Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. Do those letters help? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to come back to this. Flatbread from India could be naan or roti, unfortunately, in 4 letters. If it were roti, 28 down could be Twain, like Mark Twain, maybe. Unfortunately, it's just these letters are too sparse for me to know what to do with this. Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. I just have no idea. I don't know. I'll leave this for now. Flight night souvenir, perhaps. Oh, fight night souvenir. Oh, I don't know. Glove or something? I don't know. Fight night souvenir. I have no idea. Historic destination for Pueblo pilgrimages. Historic destination for Pueblo pilgrimages. Is it? I wonder if it's a mountain or something, or I mean, it's presumably some kind of geological formation, but I don't know off the top of my head what it is. Okay, Dusseldorf denial. 9, just no in German. Video game creature often depicted with green skin. An orc, often depicted with green skin. One place to find a Brazilian. A spa, like a Brazilian, wax or whatever you'd call that. Okay, and here's our revealer. Skill shared by bats and dolphins. Echolocation, or when read as 2 words, what 19, 26, 34, and 44 across each is. Oh, right. Okay, so that makes me more confident in NATO alphabet and Greek mythology, because echo is E in the NATO alphabet. Echo is a character from Greek mythology, from which we sort of derive echo as a word for how we use it. So then, okay, that's interesting. So what are these? Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. I have no idea what this is. Historic destination for Pueblo. Oh! I was going to say, could it be the Grand Canyon? Because you'd have an echo there, but that's not nearly long enough. That's unfortunate. What about this one again? Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. Echo location. What on earth? Like a modern pickup spot. Cave or something? Why would there be an Echo? Is it an Echo like Amazon? Oh, maybe it's Amazon something, because it does is Amazon. I think Amazon is the one with the Echo devices or something. Amazon, and then Leia. So that does work. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but it works. And then Tram, Agra, ENZ. I have no idea if that's right, but Amazon drop off. Modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. Amazon. Is it one of those sort of? I've never actually used these myself, so I don't know what they're called. But those sort of lockers where things can be dropped off and picked up. What would they call that? Amazon. I don't know. Sorry. All right. This still looks like it could be Twain. Amazon package. I don't know. Sorry, that's frustrating. Okay, I'll have to keep going. Group of orcas. Okay, is it a pod? No, it's not long enough. A what of orcas? I would have thought it was a pod, but I guess not. It's I don't know. Groups of scouts are troops. Is that with a U? No, it's an O, I guess, yeah. Suddenly motivated with under. You're under the gun, or you're under pressure. Not really suddenly motivated necessarily. You're suddenly motivated. You're under, I don't know, sorry. Stuck in a fog or something. I'm not sure. I mean, I here would allow 48 down to be something like critic or something. I'm not sure. Amen. Yes or yep. Romeo or Juliet. Notably a teen. D flat equivalent. D flat is the equivalent in music of C sharp. It does look like critic, doesn't it? I'm going to put that in. I think that's probably right. 49 down looks like acorns, or no, it could be scorns. Although if it's acorns, this could be canyon. Oh, is it the Grand Canyon? Oh, I bet it is. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, so 49 down is acorns. Okay. Or at least it certainly appears to be. Stuck is in a something, probably. Yeah, 58 down then is Noah. I'm not sure what 61 down is. It could be aura. In a, or ova, in a, I don't know. 62 down, per, par. 63 down, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Right. We're making progress. We're at 11 minutes. That's not too bad. Group of orcas. I don't know. I wonder if I'll recognize this when it goes in. I'm not sure. Suddenly motivated. I do want it to be under the something. Do I think that's right? 45 down looks a bit strange. 44 down, maybe techie? Like this sort of techie kind of person? Someone who's into technology? Under, I don't know. Group of orcas is, come on, what is that? What is a group of orcas? What is 45 down? That looks odd. Hi-hats, maybe? Like drum components? Suddenly motivated with under. You're under. You're suddenly motivated to do something. Group of orcas. I don't know. I shouldn't assume techie is right. Is there anything else that could be? Probably, but I'm not sure. Well, group of orcas. What about 46 down? It could be Enola. It could be, is enol something? E-N-O-L-E, is that a chemical thing maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think it's spelled that way, even if so. I might just be making that up. Enola could be correct. Like the Enola Gay. Let's see if that helps at all. What if I put techie back in to try and Suddenly motivated. Oh, I was putting under in the wrong place. It's not under the anything. It's lit a fire or lit a fuse under. Those are both ways you could say this. But yes, you've been suddenly motivated. Yeah. Or you could say, I suddenly motivated him. I lit a fire under him or lit a fuse under him. Which do I think is more likely? I don't know. What about this? This could be lift or loft. Group of orcas. 50 down looks like Nelly, which does not look good here. Could there be anything else this could be? Nedley? Netley? I don't know. Maybe it's not techie still somehow, even though this looks good. 57 down could be Amen or Aiden. Group of orcas. Could it be some... No, never mind. I was going to say something team. That doesn't work with 54 down. What about whether this is lit a fire or lit a fuse? Which do I think is more likely? Definitely fire looks much more likely. Okay, so 56 down could be cure or care, probably, most likely. 55 down could be Obie, like the Off-Broadway Awards, or Okie, someone from Oklahoma, or Owie, like a child who's hurt. Okay, so that's a lot of possibilities, unfortunately. How do I not know what a group of orcas is called? It couldn't end in pod, could it? Yeah, it actually entirely could. Oh, a whale pod. Oh, it was that the whole time. Right, okay, so that was Enola. 50 down, I just didn't have the full phrase. 50 down is Newly. Techie was right. Okay, good. So that's fine. Fight Night souvenir, perhaps, is what? A scar? Could it be that? Like it's a souvenir in the sense that you're left with it from the fight? I don't know. That doesn't look good with the downs. I'm pretty confident about the Grand Canyon. I mean, it crosses well elsewhere. Amazon, yeah, I don't know what this is. This is unfortunate because I basically understand what it's asking for, but I just don't know what it's actually called, so I'm unlikely to suddenly think of it. But maybe it'll pop in my head. Right, 28 down does look like Twain at this point now. Roadie looks good. It looks like it's not non. Yeah, 36 down nor, that's a word. So 37 down could be ETA, like estimated time of arrival. Amazon, that doesn't look very likely. Amazon capsule? That doesn't seem right. Amazon, I don't know. Follower of T. I don't think it's TGIF anymore. This doesn't look incredible. The 20 down looks odd, doesn't it? Okay. NATO alphabet is definitely correct at this point. I'm very confident about that. Greek mythology seems correct. So what could that be? Follower of T. Oh, with the... I was thinking, it's funny. When I said the TGIF thing, I was thinking it's a bit odd to have the period or the full stop in there because often you would just write TGIF without any dots. So what could the period, what could the dot mean? It could mean it's the start of a species named T-Rex. That's a very common thing, a very common reason not common in the sense that they any longer exist, but I just mean in terms of following T specifically with that period, T-Rex would be a good candidate. And then Oxy, sure, that could be something. And then what could 5 down be? Something park? Something dark? I don't know. Improvise. This probably ends with an S. Oh, system? One of a record 30 plus for Beyonce. Right. Oh, it's probably a Grammy. I bet that's what it is. Okay. So 1 down is what? PGA maybe? Improvise. Oh, maybe it is ad-libs. Yeah. Oh, this looks fine, actually. Ord, 2 down Ord, that's maybe Chicago O'Hare Airport, International Airport. 3 down Sal, that's a name. 4 down I'm in. 5 down Embark. Yeah, that worked well. That actually worked out well. Okay, let's see if we can finish this. One who's hanging around. I don't know. I'm still a bit put off by 16 down, which looks strange to me. Timo? Te amo? I love you in Italian. That feels good. One who's hanging around. Don't know. 10 down looks like oath. One who's hanging around. How am I still not seeing what this is? 9 down looks very strange. Maybe this isn't ergo. If that's not ergo, then I don't necessarily know that that's oath, though. Ergo, thus, then. Okay, none of these feel great. Ergo feels better than some of them, but none of them feels obviously great. Maybe we'll just come back to that again. Fight night souvenir, perhaps. Could it be a scar? That doesn't look very good. I mean, 38 down could be social security number, but the other ones don't look good to me. Fight night souvenir, perhaps. A cup or a ring? Oh, yeah, you often get rings from... That doesn't look very good, does it? No, it doesn't. Fight night souvenir, perhaps. Yeah, so it's either some kind of injury or it's, an award or something like that. I don't know. Amazon backpack. That's not, there's no way that's correct. Amazon pay, no. Although pay does actually start, I mean, PAY would create good crosses, but I just don't think there's any possible way that's right. Amazon, modern pickup spot for delivery drivers. Okay, you're a delivery driver and you work for or with Amazon. Where would you, you'd go to an Amazon warehouse. That was a good exercise. Okay, does that work? We have Twain, which we wanted. WTA, though, what is that? Oh, is that something? The World Tennis Association or something, maybe? That might be right. O is a word, har, like har, like laughing. 31 down law. I mean, these aren't great crosses, but they do work. I mean, I could imagine them being clued. So 38 down could be own, maybe? I'm struggling to think of what else that could be. Unless it's an abbreviation or an initialism or something. Let's try own. 39 down. All I can think of that would fit here would be U's, like U-turns. 40 down could be stop or slop or not very many possibilities, actually. 41 down could be Etna. That comes up in the crossword a fair amount. Mount Etna. Oh, a welt. That is like a scar. I mean, it's in the same category of thing as a scar. So that is probably the fight night souvenir. You've got a welt from a, punch. Okay, good. So that was helpful. What about, can we get this? Stuck. In a rut, maybe? Maybe. In a jam? That looks worse. In a fix? That looks worse. In a... Maybe it is in a rut. I mean, that feels less... I mean, that is stuck, but it's sort of stuck in a pattern rather than actually stuck in a hard location. But I can't think... Or, but I don't think I can think of any other possibilities. The only reason I'm skeptical is because I don't know what PUR is, but it's past 20 minutes, so I'm gonna move on, and we'll see if I have to fix it. One who's hanging around. One who's hanging around. Is it a person who does hanging of like paintings or something, like an art something, or is it a thing itself that hangs? Or I guess it could be a person who just sticks around, a person who doesn't leave. In that case, yeah, okay. In that case, I don't know. One who's hanging around. Okay, so everything I have been thinking has been along the lines of something physically hanging or a person doing the hanging of things. So let's say it's not that. If it's a person who's staying, who's just hanging around, a loiterer, you loiter, you hang around, that could absolutely work. So 7 down could be Isla then. 8 down could be cool or pool or any number of things. Oh, in that case, oh, if so, fool. I never thought of if so. I thought of basically every other 4-letter possibility for in that case, but I didn't think. And you know what? Some of the ones I was saying weren't even really fully accurate. If so is much more accurate to in that case, but I didn't think of it. But it works with the downs. Snip and oath. That was it. Okay, great. So that worked out well in the end. I mean, it took me a little longer than I'd like it to, but that's okay. Let's look at the downs then. Tour Overseer for short. PGA, yeah, the Professional Golf Association, I think. Chicago Airport Code, that was that. Salmonella, The Muppet Show Muppet. Poker Declaration, I'm in. Set sails to embark. The S of ABS, Anti-Lock Braking System. Mallorca, por ejemplo, is an isla, an island. One pitied by Mr. T in a catchphrase. Fool, I pity the fool, he used to say. Scissor cut is to snip. Words with one's right hand raised would be an oath. Novel feature of the 1974 Olds Toronado, an airbag. All right, that's interesting. Visibly disdainful is to be sneery. A shindig is a party. I love you in Spanish. In Spanish and Italian, te amo. Prefix for element number 8, oxy. Indian tourist city is Agra. Transport between terminals would be a tram. Star Wars princess is Leia. Split Ends. Okay, that's why I didn't know what this was. New wave band whose name sounds like a hair problem. Split Ends, right. Okay, American author whose lifespan closely coincided with Halley's Comet visits. Right, I have encountered this fact. Mark Twain. Sarcastic laugh syllable, har, har, har. Be behind is to owe money, la-di-da. C47 down is, looks like .org. With 35 down, URL ending for Wikipedia, yes, .org. Negative logic gate that works similarly to and, nor, right? So that's in, used in like Boolean logic, I guess. Sports group for Coco Gauff, WTA. Okay, oh, is that the Women's Tennis Association? Maybe I'm not actually sure, but that seems plausible. Not lease, say, would be to own a car, for instance. 180s are U-turns or U's. Unappetizing food is slop. Europe's highest volcano is Etna. A computer whiz is a techie. Drum kit components descended from sock symbols. Hi-hats. I'll have to look up sock symbols. Enola Holmes, Netflix character played by Millie Bobby Brown. Any poster on Yelp essentially is a critic of a business. Squirrel Horde would be its acorns. Just Now is newly. West Side is left. Mayberry Boy of 60s TV is Opie, a television character. Macintosh. Right, so this is Macintosh apples or Apple Macintosh computer components would be, or component would be a core, like a CPU, in the case of the computer, or an Apple core. Port of Yemen would be Aden, there we go. One famously preparing for a flood in the Bible is Noah, or a lack thereof. That's why I didn't, okay, there's a brand name. Brita competitor is Pure, and Pennzoil competitor, motor oil, is STP. There we go, and we've got our echolocation theme. So in all 4 of our theme answers, we have an echolocation, a place where an echo might be found. In the NATO alphabet, the E for echo, or echo for, to represent E. We have Greek mythology with the character of echo, Amazon warehouse where echo devices might be stored, I suppose, and finally the Grand Canyon where an echo bounces around. All right, and there we have it. That was a Tuesday crossword solved using the Acrosys. Not the most efficient one of those I've ever had, but not the least, I think, either. So there we have it. That was the Tuesday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow to solve a puzzle normally on Wednesday, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Tuesday. Take care.